All right. On top of all of this military bristling, this cacophony of sound and fury from Beijing, the Taiwanese government saying it was the victim of a denial of service attack ahead of that visit by Speaker Pelosi. And that has got cybersecurity stocks on the move. CrowdStrike, Zscaler, Okta, all higher over the past week. And our next guest warns that more attacks are on the way, both in Taiwan and here at home. Let's bring in our friend David Kennedy. He is the Trusted Sec CEO and a former NSA and Marine Corps hacker. David, welcome. Good to see you. What do you make of the supposed hacks or disruptions? I guess it was a distributed denial of service attack on the president's office in Taiwan and various other government ministries. How big was it? How disruptive was it? Do fingers point to Beijing or to amateur hackers?
Yeah, we see this very commonly with China. China plays very well on the cyber front. They're peer competitors to the United States and our Western allies, and they are increasingly always enhancing their capabilities. Last year alone, we had some unprecedented hacks come from China, kind of establishing dominance. The distributed denial of service attack is more on the lesser side of an attack. What it does is it basically barrages the websites with traffic to where it can't handle it and overloads the servers and then shuts those systems down for the time being. At that period of time, with the enhanced amount of drills that we're starting to see, towards Taiwan, as well as, the distributed denial of service attacks against the websites themselves, these are more precursors to what, we often fear from China, which is more larger scale attacks to show the dominance on the cyber play field, to create either pain here back in the United States with our Western allies or with Taiwan, to start to get political changes that occur here or repercussions that China would say, were warranted based on the Pelosi visit to Taiwan. So we're all actively looking at this. We're all prepared. We know that China is very aggressive, continues to get aggressive. But, again, they're one of the best when it comes to how they play on the cyber field. So we're all very concerned about it right now.
You say that they are the #1 country for hacking and stealing intellectual property. Would you expect that if Beijing gets involved in cyber assaults on the United States or on Taiwan or our friends, that they would go after businesses, or that they would go to disrupt public services, or that they might go to disrupt governmental functions?
Well, China really doesn't play by the rules when it comes to cyber. The United States, we abide by a number of laws. Our intelligence agencies are limited to what they can do from a, infiltration, collection, intelligence gathering perspective. China is continuously pushing the envelope. They're the largest culprit for intellectual property theft. They continue to steal intellectual property from the United States and then basically create products that compete with us for half the cost because they don't have all the R&D out there. When it comes to what China is capable of, it's kind of all on the table. I would expect, since this was very largely a political in nature, that they would start targeting more military installations, command and control, look at, potentially going after our political system in some way, shape, or form. We obviously have elections coming up soon. So we were very concerned about our election process currently, and China playing a major role in that. Additionally, our critical infrastructure is some of our most vulnerable. Our ability for water treatment facilities, nuclear power plants, how we do, day-to-day life and energy production here in the United States is these are typically archaic systems that are very vulnerable in nature. So, there's a lot of folks on the defensive side, always trying to increase, but we're still 15, 20 years away from really having a really solid defensible position against these types of attacks, especially with the likes of China.
Quick thought, if I might, David, on the Solana attack, which apparently drained $8 million out of some cyber wallets. What have we learned from that quickly? And do you expect to see these kinds of assaults persist, even though the price of cyber isn't as dear as it was 6-10 months ago?
Yeah, with Solana, it's a cryptocurrency platform that allows applications to essentially be developed on top of it. And all indications are pointing at there was a severe vulnerability that leaked what's called the private key, which is really what protects the cryptocurrency, protects the transactions, protects the integrity of that data. And it looks like hackers figured out a way to do that and impacted over 8,000 Bitcoin wallets, which are the most sensitive piece to cryptocurrency. So this isn't a flaw in Bitcoin, but it's a flaw in the platform itself. And we're going to continue to see those as Bitcoin becomes more and more complex.
If there are openings, the criminals will exploit them. David Kennedy, as always, thank you for making a tough subject simple and easy to understand. We appreciate it.
Coming up,
the PayPal